Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliet if this is your first time seeing my face, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to achieve the easiest natural fluffy eyebrow, or how to achieve the 3D eyebrows with your eyebrow gel or your eyebrow pencil. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. To achieve this brow look, you need a brow product that can keep your hairs in place. So I'm using this brow soap from Kids Beauty. You can also use a brow glue or a brow tamer. I'm using this brow gel from Haggai and Esther in the shade Toffee. This is my favorite brow gel at the moment. And you will need 2 concealer shades, a shade that matches your skin tone and a shade that is lighter than your skin tone. You will also need a small brow brush for drawing your brows. I'm using this one that came with my Haggai and Esther brow gel. You will need your brow pencil and your spoolie. I'm using the Beauty Line by Didi brow pencil. And you will need 2 brushes, one for concealing your brows and a blending brush. And you will need a powder. Any powder will do. I'm using a setting powder. I am starting off by wetting my brows with a makeup wipe just to make my hairs wet and soft for me to train. Now I am just brushing my hairs upwards with a spoolie, just so I'll be able to see the unruly hair and the hairs I need to trim out. Please note that you don't have to do this every time you draw your brows. I am doing this because I haven't drawn my brows in a while, and to achieve clean brows you need to groom your brows. I'm just trimming off the hairs I don't want. If you are struggling with grooming your brows yourself, let me know if you want me to make a video on how to groom your brows, and I will go out my brows and groom them and make a tutorial on how to groom your own brows at home. Now I'm just trimming out the excess hairs on the second eyebrow. If you're wondering why I'm using a broken razor, it's a trick I learned on how to save your razors in Nigeria when I was doing my makeup training. When grooming your brows, your spoolie is your best friend, because after trimming, you always need your spoolie to brush to see if you need to get rid of any more hairs. When you're done trimming, you want to use a wipe to get rid of the shaved hairs, just to clean up the brows. Before you use your brow soap, you need to activate it with water. So I'm just spraying some water on my spoolie. After spraying the water, I got some brow soap and then I started brushing it into my hairs. Make sure you're getting the product into your brow hairs. The technique is spray your spoolie brush with water. Make sure it's not dripping or soaking wet. Dip your spoolie brush into your brow soap, get some product and brush it into your brow hairs. Now this is where the magic is. Take the tail of a brush, any brush at all, a small brush, and press your hairs against your skin. Make sure the hairs are stuck to your skin. This will keep the hairs in place and they will not move. Take your time to do this step because this is the most important step to achieving a natural fluffy eyebrows. Go ahead and repeat the same thing to the opposite eyebrow. I went ahead to change my brush because the smaller brush was giving me a hard time. When you've done that, your brows should look something like this. For the brow gel side, I'm using my small brow brush with my Haggai and Esther brow gel, which I showed earlier from the beginning of the video. Now to achieve these brows, you need to draw very thin hair-like strokes. The idea is to fill up the areas where you have little or no hairs to make it look like the hairs are going from your eyebrows. Continue mimicking hairlines until you have achieved your desired eyebrow. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize my hand covered what I was doing, but it gets better. In my over 7 years of doing makeup, I think this is the easiest eyebrow technique I have done, and even a beginner will do this easily. Continue to fill up the brow hairs until you are satisfied. Make sure you are not painting too much. For the beginning part of the brows, you just need to create few hair-like strokes so the beginning part is not too dark. I was having a great time and I forgot I was comparing between pencil and brow gel, and I started drawing my second brow with the brow gel. I went ahead to wipe off the brow and I applied some more brow soap, and now I'm pressing the hairs down so I can go in with my brow pencil. If you are using a pencil for this step, you need a powder to take off the excess oils. So I'm just pressing in some setting powder. If you don't do this step, you won't be able to draw your brows with the pencil. This step is the same for both pencil and gel, but the only difference is you need a powder to make your brows matte, to take off the excess oils, or you will find it hard to be able to make hair-like strokes with your pencil. Make sure your pencil tip is sharp to be able to give you those very straight lines and to be able to mimic hairlines easily. Continue creating hair-like strokes. Make sure to keep the beginning part of the brows very faint so they look natural. If you've watched up to this point and you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button to join this family. Don't forget to like and share this video to your family and your friends. The easiest product to achieve this brow with is a brow gel, because when using a pencil you tend to struggle a little bit. If you're a beginner, I strongly advise using an eyebrow gel, but you can achieve it with both eyebrow pencil and an eyebrow gel if you are patient enough. After doing the pencil side, I'm just brushing the hairs with a spoolie just to make sure it is well blended. Now, I am using the lighter concealer to highlight the brow bone area. This step is very important for cleaning up the brows to make it stand out and for it to look clean. I am using a small flat concealer eyebrow brush for this step to give me those straight, clean, precise lines. To blend out the concealer, I am using my blending brush. Gently blend out the concealer to get rid of the excess concealer. Now I'm using the darker shade of the concealer for the beginning part of the eyebrows, just to make sure that part looks more natural. Like I said earlier, you need two concealer shades. You need a brighter shade for the brow bone area and you need a darker shade for the beginning part of the eyebrows. When you're satisfied with the concealer, you also want to take your blending brush to blend out the concealer in that area and blend it into the lighter shade as well. You want to be very gentle with this step so you don't mess up what you've done. Now to do the brow gel side, I am repeating the same thing I did on the pencil side, using a lighter shade of concealer to outline the brow bone area. I like to blend out as I apply, so I am spreading out the concealer for easy blending with the blending brush. One thing about makeup is you have to be really patient to be able to achieve your desired results. Now I'm just blending out the concealer with my blending brush. Now I'm concealing the beginning part of the eyebrow with the darker shade of the concealer. This video is self-explanatory, so watch and learn. Now I'm just blending out the concealer. Blend, 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 blend. Continue blending until you get rid of the excess concealer. Now I'm just taking my brush again to fill up the beginning part of my brows because I noticed the beginning part looks a bit too sparse. I'm just going over the areas where I feel like I didn't get much products into. Now I'm just using my powder puff from my setting powder to clean off the excess concealer and also set the eyebrows. So I am doing two things, cleaning off and setting with the setting powder. Now I'm repeating the same thing I did with the brow gel with my brow pencil, filling up the beginning part with my brow pencil just to make that place a bit more, you know. Now I'm just doing my finishing touches. I'm blending the concealer with my blending brush just to make sure everything is well blended. For the gel side, I'm using my spoolie on my pencil to make sure the hairs are in place. I'm basically just arranging the hair to my desired shape. And that's all for the brow gel side. You don't have to do anything else and you're done. But for the pencil side, you have to clean up the top of the brows with the darker shade of the concealer or your foundation shade, because if you leave it like that, it will look a bit rough and dirty, and that's not what you're going for. And to conceal the top of the brows, you need very little concealer and you have to be really careful so you don't mess up the brows. This step is self-explanatory. Just watch and see what I'm doing. Just start with little product so you can easily blend it out later. Now I'm just blending it out with my blending brush. Can you see how easy it is for me to blend because I did not apply too much concealer? I decided to extend the tail of the gel side to make it a little bit longer. Now I'm just using the setting powder to fade the beginning part of the brows. This will give it the 3D effect or that 3D look, and it will make it look more natural. Just blend the powder into the beginning side, focusing on just the beginning side of the brows to make it more natural. Lastly, I'm using the spoolie on the eyebrow pencil to brush up the hairs at the beginning part of the brows, and this is the finished look. Let me know which of the brow products you'll be trying, and let me know which of the brows you prefer. For me, I prefer the brow gel side. Don't forget to check out my other videos that will be linked to this video, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. See you later.